Hello everyone, welcome. Hello Dinny. Man, you got in here fast. Alright, I need to... I'm just gonna do some quick dailies. Start with that, and then I'll probably just level to 260 afterwards. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. How do I refresh this thing? I feel like it usually refreshes by itself, but... yeah. First. Hello, Yuki. I like how, actually, Dinny had some messages in, but it's not showing up on my screen. Actually robbed. But yeah. Just gonna do some Golics first. I hate that I'm in, still kind of in drop rate jail. It's really annoying that, you can get so many 240, not 240, like 140 belts, but the earrings are kind of Pepega. If only there was a more convenient way to get 140 earrings. Because I know that you can like farm shaman earrings and you can craft Meister earrings, but that just sounds so bad. It sounds so bad. You had 285 last night? Oh, congrats. 285, damn. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday, but I appreciate it. Oh, very good. Complain and you shall receive. Reinforced earrings. Exactly what I needed. Ah, not the happy birthday. I do need more meso. I kind of want to send the earrings. I really want 21 reinforced earrings. So then I can just at least run without drop rate. That'd be really nice. Because otherwise, I think I'm just gonna keep popping drop rate every day. It's getting a little wasteful. I don't know, it feels kind of bad spending Legion coins just for reinforced earrings, but that's right. That's right, it was my birthday? No, it's not my birthday. Alright. Here's hoping that this one will go. I don't have that much money on me though. I don't know how much I've spent so far in total, but I don't really want to spend too much more if I can help it. Alright, surely this one goes 21, right? Like number 5, surely. Forgot to do Golics before logging off. Yeah. It's so annoying because there's like so many random small dailies that kind of just add up as you do stuff. Ah, come on. Didn't even get to a fun star. I'm gonna be buying drop rate forever. That was like 500 mil and it was gone. Oh, that's not fun. Actually speed ran it. I do have a backup plan though. What I'm gonna do is like I'll probably just wait until 5, 10, 15. I did get an extra sup earring, which is kind of nice. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. I can see myself like rouletting my current one with these and just seeing how far they go. If I don't have a 21 like reinforced, then I'll probably just settle on whatever start goes up to. It is what it is. Like it's kind of tedious holding on to a bunch of spares, you know? It's a little bit tedious. Haven't seen one superior hearing? Yeah. It's a bit rough. Like, I've been pretty lucky with the sup drops on my mules, which is really nice. But if you get, yeah, like unlucky with them, it's kind of painful. Because you really don't want to buy earrings, you don't want to buy belts. Actually kind of painful. I'm just gonna do some dailies here. And then I will... I need to do a few things. I need to do Monster Park. And then I should be able to get to 260. Because I think I have like 4 mag pots to use. Then once I get to 260, I'll do my 6th job today. And then I'm gonna see if I can solo hard wheel. That's the plan. You have sauce in your mule and you have no doms and sub spares? Yup. Sauce is like, gotta be one of the most disappointing pitch on the mule. Not because it's a bad item, but it's like, it's so hard to have resources spare to make it good. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna leave it at 17, right? Like, surely... I mean, 17 is probably not bad either, but it's just like, it just feels bad. It's not fun. Yeah. Sauce is weird. Because you really don't want to waste the opportunity of Source by tapping it directly like every other pitch boss. This Hesty reboot, hello. No, reversal, do you know what I was thinking of doing actually? If any of my mules get a Source, a lot of them actually have 21 Dom pendants. I think, for example, my Xenon might have a 21 Dom pendant or something like that. I was just gonna transfer that onto a sub pendant, and then transfer the 20 sub pendant onto the source and just have a 19 star source because I think it'd be funny. Because it's like the highest star that you can get without having to worry about, like, random stuff. Like, 21 Dom Pendant is not like the craziest thing to get on a mule. And it technically only costs you one superior, so it's not the worst thing. It's not ideal, obviously, but it's kind of funny. Pressed it too fast and now it went away. Q blessing for 50 fragments. I actually would really like 50 fragments right now. If I get 50 fragments today, I think I get both my masteries unlocked. I don't actually know which ones I need to do for mechanic. But holy, there's a bunch of birds screaming outside my window. Recently there's been a lot of like baby magpies that started like to show up. I can hear them like yelling at each other. They're like right outside my window. I don't know if it caught in the microphone. It's so loud. Yeah, I'm just trying to look for the 6th job thing for mechanic. Okay. I see it. How small is a baby magpie? They're about as big as like seagulls, I think. They're not that much bigger than seagulls, or like they're roughly the size of them. How's the shade going? I have not touched my shade since I made it to 260. Alright, you guys want the Gamba content? Let's do that first. Let's find out. Alright. Which ones do you guys usually pick? It's like this one, this one, this one, and this one. Something like that. My inventory is full. Is it? I guess they're talking about this one. So many EXP coupons. These are I will never use this. Don't look at this. Don't mind me. Storm growth pots. I will never use those. I can't drop it? That's crazy. I mean, I could just claim these symbols, right? Oh my god. Happy birthday? Not the happy birthday. It's not my birthday, but thank you. Boom the earrings so you can get 50 fragments. So that'd be really nice. Come on, give us 100 fragments right here. Nope, 10. I do like getting the fragments at the moment. They'll be able to... I can use it on my mules right now. I have a few of them here. So it's like, this is like already 50 fragments. So if I really wanted to, I could probably get a decent amount of unlocks today. I just need to do like the daily and then like a few other things. It's not too bad. Not the best, but it's not too bad. I know it's like the low roll, but something is better than nothing, for sure. The fact that I can get fragments in preparation is really nice. Honestly, I don't really care about the flames. The alternative from the flames is like honor. If you need honor, then it's pretty good. But I don't really need it. Like that one is just extra gambling for me. I'll probably just use the black flames on something silly. I'll use it on my mechanic. You guys want to see me use black flames on my mechanic? What legion am I on? Am I in a damaged one? That's fine. Yeah, the free fragments are really nice. Well, it's basically free. Buy fragments for 5 mil each. I think that might be a bit cheap. Alright. I want to use these black flames, because why not? I don't really have anything to use on my main at the moment. Mules deserve a little bit of love sometimes. Oh yeah, by the way guys, my mechanic got an arcane weapon. I got it from a drop yesterday. The one time I didn't record on this character because I found a V healer run. It was just a random pub run. Of course the one time I don't record. That's when it drops. Oh, okay, that's sad. Thought it said attack. Oh! Nice. Nice. The rainbow flames were well used. It's a very nice mule weapon. Alright, back in storage with you. What power your mules at? I think my Xenon's on like 60. Wild Hunters like at 50. And This one is at like 30. Working on it. Like, this character is at 30 something mil combat power with no 6 job and no superior gear, so it's got a lot of space to grow. I think once I get my 4-set superior, this character will be really strong. It'll be probably like, yeah. How was the V-Hill run? Like 5 minutes? I blue dotted in like a 5-minute run. It wasn't too bad. I only remember them using their origin once. I don't remember people using origin twice. Managed to solo N Carlos yesterday before we lib next month. Holy, soloing N Carlos without a lib weapon is nuts. What the heck? That's actually insane. That is way more effort than I would put for myself to do. Yeah, Vinny is he's put in a lot of effort, that's for sure. I respect it. He likes going for those min clears. His BM solo in the airport, yeah. He soloed his first BM on his, what was it? It is a cane, yeah? Like, cane tour is a cane. It was at, like, the airport using, like, either his hotspot or the the airport's Wi-Fi. It's kind of hilarious. Yeah, there's some, there are definitely a lot of gamers in MapleStory. You know what, I thought I was good at this game, and then there's definitely a group of people who are just built different. I am not one of them. As much as I thought that I was. Compared to some of these guys, I'm just like a casual. I'm just here for a good time, you know? Just play a bunch of characters, call it a day. But that's okay. At the end of the day, we all just kinda play this game at our own pace. No, unless you're aiming for like very specific competitive goals, it's not really much point thinking about all that other stuff. You know, I actually thought of, not really like a competitive thing, but I thought of a one-off sort of video idea that might be fun. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this. Like, I want to make some more explorers, because I have like the explorer vac pet and whatnot. So if I ever like playing explorers, I would like to have more variety, right? Because currently I only have like my Pathfinder. I want to make a Dark Knight. But I had this idea where, what if I gave, like, because you know how explorers are split into like the 5 different branches, and each branch has 3 classes, right? What if I made one of each of them? So let's say I pick like warriors. I make a Dark Knight, a paladin, and a hero, and I give them the same amount of funding. So then, like, similar amount of node stones, similar amount of meso, right? Let's say like 500 node stones each, 10 bill each. So you can do like the good, low, like cheap, good value upgrades. And then just see how they go in like the same bosses. I thought that'd be kind of fun. Like just give them 500 nodes, 10 bill. You know, that's probably like reasonable WSE, 16 stars here and there. And then just see if it can do bosses. just to compare them. Do you want to play Pally again? Oh, that is a good question. But I guess I'd have to, right? Alright. Surely with Monster Park it should get me to 258. Kali boss meal? No, I do not. I have... The only time I've ever made a Kali was, I think, on release. And then maybe I got it to level 200. Even then, I don't even remember if I even did a 200 Kali. I genuinely cannot remember. Get Monster Park out of the way, and this should level me up, and I think with 4 mag pots to follow I should be able to get it to 260, and then we just need to spend some time unlocking 6 job. And I think with 6 job unlocked I should be able to attempt Hard Will and try to solo that boss. It will be probably difficult. I'm not that confident playing mechanic, and I don't really know if I have like full damage to be able to do that. Zero gains with 10 bill. The thing about that is that I'd have to play like relatively conservatively between all the characters. It would be like spending it to get it to like 16 stars. There's like variants and stuff like that, but I wouldn't do anything that would be high variance. Like going to Legendary on WSE, for example, was pretty high variance. Destroy Tower of Oz? Unlikely. There's a lot of optimizations that you can do in Tower of Oz that I haven't really learnt. And I also don't know if my class is fast enough as well. Like some classes in Oz are actually genuinely just way faster than others. I know for a fact that when I was playing Corsair, like Corsair was one of those classes that were just inherently quick at Oz. You had so many summons, your mobility is insane, and you had a lot of like tricks to break the boxes really quickly. Like there's a lot of little nuanced stuff that you can do on Corsair that really cut down the times. I don't know if that's the case for Battle Mage. I know some other classes can do it. Can you fly in Ilium on Oz? Some of the maps are like movement restricted. So I'd imagine the ones that you can't teleport in, or like when Hoyong can't fly, there's definitely like the same issue for Ilium. There's just some maps that you can't do stuff. Imagine on like 48, you just like teleport to the end. Like, yeah, no way. 48, you gotta clear that map manually. And also for me, I don't know how to do 48 consistently. I would only do that with a Genesis iframe. You can blink sometimes. Some of the maps you can blink in, but it's like, again, the maps that aren't movement restricted, you can blink. Blinking is actually a really big part of cutting time. There's a lot of times where you end up on the opposite side of the map if you like didn't move that efficiently, or like your route isn't that good. Sometimes you end up really far from the exit portal, so you just blink. And then if you happen to get close to the exit portal, then great. You save like 3 or 4 seconds. And then if you can save 3 or 4 seconds across 50 floors, that's like a couple of minutes. Like there's 50 floors all up, right? You save like say 3 seconds per blink. That's like 3 minutes. It's almost 3 minutes, right? It's like 2.5 minutes saved from just blinking. And also, I'll be definitely rusty. So there's no guarantee I can even clear 48, even if I tried. Alright, so we get a mag pot from... You get 2 mag pots from the Burning Express. I think I haven't used both of them. And then there's one from the Christmas thing, and I think I can buy one from this event shop, right? It's like 10,000 or something. Forgot to make your item burning replacement. I mean, you have 3 months to do that. That's alright. Doesn't it expire in like February? The way that I think about the event shop with the coins is I just buy what I need at the time. I don't try to like min-max the rewards, if that makes sense. There are like probably some things that you should probably try to buy. I'm thinking things like droplets, node stones if you need it. I guess symbols as well to some extent, depending on the shop. But whenever I look at the flames are like, I would buy it from the event shop if I needed them at that point. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy them. Otherwise you just end up like kind of stressing to min-max the thing too much. And I've never really been one to do that. Being sweaty with stuff is tiring. I like playing like a casual. Who cares about min-maxing? Or at least that's what I tell myself. Minimizes FOMO and everything. But yeah, how's everybody? What is everyone up to? Hopefully you guys had a good weekend, or are having a good weekend. I don't know. Is it still Sunday for some of you guys? Time zones are difficult. Daylight savings also like confuses me. It's so confusing when multiple places have daylight saving at the same time. Alright, how many more do I need? 3 more. Okay, we get a level up here. After I level up here, do I even bother finishing the rest of the Monster Park runs? Genuinely. You have work in 6 hours? Oh no. Good luck. Good luck at work. I'm really lazy to do all my Monster Park runs, so after I level up here, if I do level up, I'll just get to 260. Yeah, I'll just mag pot to 260. I don't have anything better to use the mag pots on anyway. Unless I make another 250, 260 character. The best use of them is definitely like the 240 characters, but I don't have any other 240 characters at the moment. Ah, 0.5. You know what, that should be okay. I think that the mag pots bleed over a little bit, right? So, let's start off by claiming some of the stuff here, shall we? Ooh, we also have a Transcendent pot. I can use that on my Wild Hunter. That's pretty good. Alright, where are they from? Right, let's grab our mag pots here to get to 260. I think Burning Express, I have 2 here. And then we have one from the Christmas thing. Mag pot here. And we also can buy one from the event shop, which is this 10,000 one, right? And it's my last one as well. Nice. Alright, let's pick a nice place for to level up. I actually really like Celis. Let's go Celis. This will be my backdrop for my my 260. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, and final level, 260. Very nice. Now we're gonna do the next fun thing, getting 6 job again. Pardon me. It's always fun going for 6 job, right? Now we have to do like so many cutscenes. Have to do so many cutscenes. Was the mech ever burned? Nope. It drank so many growth potions. I think I trained it to about 230 or like somewhere between 230 and 235. I don't remember exactly. And then every event that they gave me a mag pot or a typhoon pot, it went up to this character. I didn't train it at all the way from like 230 all the way to about 250. That was just like 6 months worth of event pots onto this character. Because they gave us a lot of mag pots actually. They gave us so many mag pots over the last 6 months. And from 250, I trained to about 275. And then this last push, I just used some mag pots, because why not? Alright, so we need to do this. And then we gotta look through the cutscenes for Cernium. And then do the 6 job stuff as well. So much effort. Don't we love cutscenes, guys? Your FP's like my mech. It's like that sometimes. It's also nice now, I don't have to do any more Monster Park on this character. Like, I get really sick of Monster Park. It gives so much EXP, so I can't skip it. But it's so slow. So we'll see if I end up doing Monster Park on other characters. I think the next character that I want to like use Monster Park to get to 260 is probably the Blaster, as sad as that sounds. So I might start doing Monster Park on my Blaster. Either on my Blaster or my Pathfinder. Both of those guys get, like, need to use the EXP. I think what I can actually do is I can use the EXP vouchers on my Blaster to get it to, like, 250, 260 slowly. And I'll just do Monster Park on my Pathfinder. I think Pathfinder mobbing is a little bit easier. Monster Park or Blaster is how I practice skating. Yeah. It's too good to pass up. Like, Monster Park genuinely is too good to pass up. But it's very tedious, especially if the character is either weak or under Arcane Force. Should probably do Alright. Now, I don't need to unlock Burning yet, because I don't think I can train there anyway. But here we go. We get our Cernium symbol. Now, what I'm gonna do is see if I can upgrade it a decent amount. Because my Sacred Force is only 10. I want at least 30 Sacred Force. So So I need to level this up like twice, right? The daily gives me how much? Let me get rid of this. I don't want to do Monster Park anymore. Let's add Cernium. It gives you 20. That's pretty good. Alright, so I can do that after. But before I do that, let's start the 6th job advancement. But I should probably get the Sacred Force before that, because I need to finish these. I need to finish these things. Like for the 6th job, I need to be able to be strong enough to clear the mobs. How much do you spend on your mech? About 50 bill. 50 to 55 bill, I think. For just star forcing. MPE time? Nope. You know, ever since I started playing my mech, I have not done any dailies on my battle mage. I have not done any of my symbol dailies. I have not done MPE. I literally log onto my battle mage, did the weeklies, and I haven't touched it since. And you just reminded me that was the case. I don't even do my 3000 mobs. I'm just too lazy. And it's also like, you do a lot of the dailies on one character, and it just adds up so much time, and I just cannot be bothered anymore. But I think that's fine. I like being able to work on a bunch of, like, characters. Yeah, this will take a while. Do you need to at this point? I should probably do it for the sacred symbols, and the fragments are always nice. I basically gave up like, what, about 100 fragments? Because I didn't do any of my dailies. And also like a decent amount of EXP. I probably could have been like 281 now. But I haven't really been playing my battle mage. But honestly, I've been like really enjoying this mechanic. I can finally like push it now. So let's try to get to 6th job today. We get to 6th job, and I want to give Hard Will a proper try. Plans to get mechanic to C10. Yeah, the only issue with trying to get to C10 is I think that any character I want to do C10 on needs, like, I want to give it a decent amount of 6th job. Like, 6th job gives so much damage, right? So it's just, it makes a lot of sense to like just train a character from like 260 to 265, something like that, and there's like more than enough fragments along the way, so then it's like a comfortable clear. But yeah, solo H will. Yeah, this character is like 30 mil combat power with no 6th job. Like, I'm pretty sure I can solo Hard Will. I think once I get my 6th job, it should be okay. It's definitely on the lower side in terms of like damage, but I think it's probably doable. But yeah. Look, if this character right now is stronger than when my Wild Hunter cleared Hard Will. There's 0% chance that this character is weaker than my Wild Hunter when I cleared Hard Will. I'm a believer that anyone who has 6th job and 30 mil combat power should be able to solo Hard Will. Like, if a Wild Hunter can do that, any class can do that. So I'm a believer. If I fail out of Hard Will, it's gonna be because of my hands, not because of my damage. I just need 6th job. And give it like a decent amount of masteries and then run it down. Hopefully. Hopefully, like, just level 1 masteries is enough. Yeah, Origin is big. I don't actually know what the mechanics Origin is. So you guys are going to find out with me. I don't know if it's a summon. Alright, let's start this. Hello, Christian. $500 arcane, yeah. You need like the arcane force. All right, let's see. I want to try to get my. I want to get my arcane force. Not arcane force. Sacred force up a little bit. So I think I can buy some from here, right? Oh, I can buy 250. It's a lot. Wait, I'll just buy a little bit at a time here. I don't want to spend too many of them. Let's see. I can buy 30 to start. Oh, you're so cheap too. They're only 5 each. Let's buy 30. And level up this. Wow, how exciting. That's a lot. Alright, what do we need for level 2? Another 75. Wow, 250. That is insane. Nice. Okay, now I can at least do full damage. Which is really nice. Okay, I have some 3x coupons. I also have some VIP boosters. Where is that? There we go. So that should be pretty much free. So I need to just do the first one without the VIP booster from memory. Because I think the VIP booster is just like a bit overkill. Let me see if I have any spare MVPs. I've got some in here. Nice. Where'd they go? Okay. So the first one I'm just going to train manually. And then the second one is just... Yeah, we'll work on it. Okay, this is gonna take a while. I should probably change the damage gear, actually. Does mech have arcanes? It does. It got... On the first week, it got an armor drop. Oh, leave me alone. The first week, I got an armor drop, I think, from Sea Gloom. And then yesterday, I got a weapon drop from V-Healer. Oh, I forgot to pop my coupons here. Oh my god, this is so much better than my Demon Avenger. So much stronger. Mech is seated. I mean, on my first Golix run, I got a Superior Earring. On like my second Hyperion run, I got a Dom Pendant. Like, this character has been pretty insane in terms of the drops. I won't deny that. This character is pretty insane. And then I got a belt drop not too long ago as well. But yeah. Xenon 2.0. Actually, my Xenon didn't get too many of the drops. It did take a while for me to get my sub stuff, I think. Even with like a good amount of drop rate. The Dom Pendant, I don't remember too much about the Xenon. That was like, you slowly get them, right? But it wasn't... I don't remember getting early. But in terms of like the drops, I think my Xenon, I think I might have bought the weapon. I don't remember. Or maybe I'm mixing it up with my Wild Hunter. I cannot remember. Oh, I did not use my my training links. Oopsies. Oh, this rune only lasts for 2 minutes. Oh, that's alright. It is what it is. I'm in like my full damage gear right now. You have the stone on, of course. Congrats hitting 260, thank you. It happened about maybe like 5 or 10 minutes ago. A lot of cutscenes that I had to go through, but we got there in the end. No VIP boost? I think it'll be overkill on the EXP. So that's why I'm not using it for this first one. Because after this first one, there's like a 20-minute cutscene. Realistically, I shouldn't have even popped the rune. Like, I should have just done this whole thing without a rune. Because, yeah. But that's alright, it should be okay. This is quite fast compared to my Demon Avenger. In a couple of buddies challenge to get 260 Kali in the next major event. Any tips on how to prepare? I guess if you want to just do, to prepare your damage, try to see if you can get like a bunch of EXP vouchers, like these ones. These are pretty good if you could get them before the event. I think like typically stuff like mag pots are also pretty good. Saving node stones are always good. Just like that sort of stuff. If you want to, you could also prep with the weeklies, the Scrapyard and Dark World Tree weeklies. Those are not bad as well, because you might not be able to be strong enough for a hard Lotus, hard Damien straight away. Because I don't know what stuff they're going to give you in the next major event. You could just speed run a normal Lotus and normal Damien on release. Like, if they let you make the character on the day before reset, you can get a Lotus run in, and then the Damien run in, and then the following day you can do it again. And then you might be able to be, like, full set Absol, like, really quickly. But then again, I don't know what stuff they'll give us. So it's kind of hard to predict. I think nodes, honestly, nodes and money is your best friend. And if you really want to speedrun your damage, and you have a lot of meso to play with, you just farm Pensilia gear. Like the overalls and the hat. You 21 those, and then you transfer it onto your first set of CRA. And you immediately just play with 20-star CRA, which is pretty insane. Like 20-star CRA, it's like not a pretty number, but it's so much damage. So much damage. Alright, give me the rest of them. Alright, this is the part where like I have to look through all the areas. Book your friends in for boss carries? Yup. So scared of stopping 20. It's cheap. That's what it is. I don't like stopping at 20 personally, but it's so cheap. Especially if it's for, like, post fodder. You crashed in H Lotus because somebody had the thing? Oh my god. That is tragic. I can't believe they have not fixed the damage skin yet. Yeah. It's just different. A lot of people don't like stopping at 20 because it's, you know, one tap from 21, which is absolutely true. But, yeah. You lost your Abso box? Rough. It's crazy that the person who had the damage skin didn't crash. Still the loot or nothing. It's been the biggest challenge playing on DA. I think the biggest challenge is knowing what you can and can't get hit by. Like, if you don't know what's gonna kill you, you just have to dodge everything, right? But sometimes, like, part of the game is knowing what you can get hit by so you can conserve your resources. Like, you don't want to use a heal when you're at 100%, for example, right? But I can't tell when I can or can't heal, or what I can get hit by or can't get hit by. It's weird playing on 30%. My brain hasn't assimilated how much damage I'm allowed to just tank. Okay. I have all the stones now. Just came into vent, all good. Good luck on 6, thank you. Shouldn't take too long. Start off with the Vanishing Journey one. I still have most of my buffs on. Let's just use the VIP boosters, because there's no point in me saving these right now. Yeah, I've been using Outlook too. It's clean. Any idea where you can champion burn? In terms of the EXP, I'm probably going to do my Blaster and my Pathfinder as the ones to get like the extra EXP. Then I'll actually have to start playing my main again a little bit. Either that or I link it to something else. I'm not sure. It's just too many options. I'll figure it out later. But the thing is, I also kind of want to train my Demon Avenger. My Demon Avenger is in the same, like, same spot, right? My DA also wants the fragments for the same reason my mech wants the fragments. It's just, like, the easiest way to get damage. Whap on Bam. The thing is, my Battle Mage is also really, like, tiring to train. That's why I don't really like training it that much. But whenever I have motivation to train the Battle Mage, I will go train it, right? Because I know that it's just painful. But if it wasn't for the fact that the training on the Battle Mage is like kind of high effort, I would probably play it a little bit more. Alright, good night, Pash. Ever grind Xenon to 275? Not at the moment. There's too many other things I would rather do. Like, the push for 275 on the Xenon doesn't really give me much. If that makes sense. Like, I don't really have much to gain other than giving the Xenon more fragments. And I guess I can try to solo Black Mage on it. Like, if I ever try to solo Black Mage on the Xenon, I'd have to go 275. But, I don't have any... I don't have any goals with that yet. Yeah, once I decide to go for Black Mage on Xenon, then I'll go for it. Because then you get a lot of fragments. You get the levels as well, which is really good. And then I can slowly push its gear a little bit more, I'd say. Like, its gear is already like pretty decent, but it could always improve. I think the damage ceiling on the Xenon is also pretty high. Put the damage skin on your mill, you didn't save the default skin. No. Not having the default damage skin is sad. Oh yeah, that's right, roll the dice. I forgot. No, I locked it on 5. Whoops. That was unfortunate. I rolled a 5. Forgot to swap it to 6. You know what? I need to swap these two things over. Where's the roller dice? Been meaning to do this for a while. Put it on the wrong thing. We're pretty much almost done anyway, so it's not that big a deal. I think the next booster should be enough to be done. Tier 6, Tier 5 attack. I think usually what I would stop on like 160 items is like 70 stat or so with like 5% all stat. I think that's like usually like a cheap. I say cheap, but like it still could be pretty expensive. That's usually the number I look for, like 70 something and 5, or maybe like if you get 80 something and 4, same kind of deal. That's like a 120 score or something. A total of a 120 score is fine. Because it does get pretty expensive to get like an extra 10 stat over that. Because usually like a finished book would probably be in like the 80 and 6 sort of region, if not better. Like, if you get an 80 and 6, or 80 something and 6, that's probably as high as you want to be willing to invest. Oh, that's right, you were playing Demon Avenger. I guess Demon Avenger, yeah, tier 6 HP with tier 5 attack is like, it's fine. Because otherwise you're kind of hunting for, what was it? You'd be hunting for tier 6 and tier 6, which is kind of expensive. Yeah, tier 6 and tier 6 is like pretty expensive. Like, getting double tier 6, for example, on a weapon as well, like I'm trying to relate it to that, it can be pretty annoying to go for. I think 6 and 5 is good. Yeah, 104 and 5 on your book? Holy, that's insane. Congrats. How long does it get to learn Commercy for Tattoo? Probably about a week. It wouldn't be longer than a week. Set on 10 bill average, yeah. It just really depends on like whether or not the 10 bill can go somewhere else. I feel like if you can get it like a cheap, let's for example a 120 settle, you can hit that reasonably within like say 3 or 4 bill. Like I don't really care too much to spend the extra like 5 or 6 bill for 10 flame score. It really just depends on like what sort of gains you are open to being able to get. I feel like a lot of people, when they get a book, they could end up getting the book like really early. Like I'm talking like they run their first couple of hard wills, they get a book, and people tell them to go for like these expensive flames. It's just not really worth it for some people. But then you have people who are like begging for any FD gain, and they can't do anything about it because they have to wait for pitch or wait for Eternals. Then yeah, you might as well do it. The classic early game regret is you find a shiny item and you want to do a nice flame on it, and then you end up spending 10 bill and you don't hit it, and then you're just like, damn, I could have just settled earlier, and I spent 10 bill to like try to gain 10 stat. I find that to be like a pretty common problem with early game players. Try not to encourage it too much. Alright. What was I doing again? Alright, that's right. I'll do 6 job. Just settle until you see second book. I mean, it's easier to say that than it actually is. I mean, it took me like 3 years to see my first book. I don't think I'd be settling on my first book if it took me 3 years for the first one. Got back Tarkov and Maple at the same time. Like, unironically, in Hyperion, I have seen more pitch in Hyperion than it took me, than I saw in like the first 3 or 4 years I played in Chronos. It's pretty ridiculous how much pitch I've seen since then. I don't know if they increased the drop rates or like I've just been getting lucky, but it's just like, it's kind of crazy how much I've seen already. And then I think about the amount of people who are like 290 plus in this server, and some of them are like actually 6 or 7 set, and that's just crazy to me. It's been like a year since the server's been released. Powermark's the real pitch boss? Yeah, that one's pretty rare. Your 3 pitch is scared to tap. It is like that, something. I think at some point you don't worry about it too much. Because yeah, it's like, yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Like for pitch, the variance is like super crazy. It's the nature of going for 22s. You don't really notice how hard it is to go for 22s until you fixate on like specific items. Then you do something like, you get an eye patch or a Zerk, and you're kind of forced to go 22 on them for them to be like good items, right? Because they're not that much better than the alternatives. Things like, what's the... like the monocle or the Twilight Marker, very respectable items. But you don't notice how hard it is to 22 those items until you finally get one. And then you realize, well, I only have one try at this. And then if you get unlucky with 22s, then it's just gone forever. Or at least for a very long time. It's like that. Like, then you just realize it's just variance. It's just, don't think about it too much. If you have the money to go try 22 it, and you're okay spending that money and like potentially not making gains elsewhere, then that's fine. There's a lot of people who are at that point where a 22 pitch boss is actually like worth the gamble in their prog. Who am I champion burning? Probably my Pathfinder and Blaster. You went for 22 CRAs, where I settled 21 ever since. Yeah, 22s, you really have to have a good idea what you're doing. 22s are not something that most players, especially early on, can just be like, oh, I'm just gonna 22 this on event. That's just not how it works. You gotta have to get 22s, you either get really lucky or you have a lot of money and spares to play with. Like, until you have a lot of money and spares, 22 is always a bad idea. Why settle 21 when 22 is just a tap away? That is the classic though. That's what it is. That's what gets people though. That's literally what gets people. They're just like, oh, just one more tap. It's like going from 16 to 17. It's fine. And then it blows up, and you're like, okay, I just lost 7 stars. and then they don't play the game anymore because they lost 7 stars. It's so tempting though, right? Because it's that entire thought process of, well, I'm literally one click from finishing an item forever in terms of Star Force. It's so tempting. Sometimes you gamble, sometimes you don't. But at the end of the day, just know the risks that you're taking, and just don't do anything that you won't be able to replace. I think that's what gets a lot of people, where they just hope that it hits, and if they don't hit, they don't have a backup, and then they just lose a bunch of stat. It's rough. A lot of people too don't have the I don't know what to call it, like mental fortitude, I suppose, to be able to cop their item exploding. It's not a good feeling, and some people just are not good with handling that. That's why a lot of people quit the game. It's pretty brutal to have your item like blow up in front of you multiple times, especially when you know you spent a lot of time farming like the money and farming the spares only for it to not go. Even if you like low roll, it's just and you know you low roll, it just does not feel good. I think at this point, for me personally, I've copped like the bad RNG enough times that it just doesn't faze me anymore. Which is kind of nice. Like, it's nice not being like phased by a lot of these RNG things. But at the same time, you do think about it and be like, man, these things shouldn't be in like the game anyway. Like these sorts of item removing mechanics shouldn't really be in the game, because it's like, sure, you kind of get over like the luck and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel good for it to be removed and can't be repaired conveniently. I feel like a lot of games, you should be able to repair them reasonably fairly. Again, another ET, just lost 45 bill, got it to boom 18 to 19. Yeah, that's rough. That's exactly it, right? Like, sometimes the variance is just painful. There's nothing you can do about it. I think people would care less about the meso variance if you could get the spares a little bit easier. That's why when people blow up their arcanes, people only get frustrated by the meso component. Because eventually you do get your spares back, eventually you can buy the spares, right? And if you're in that spot where you can't do either of those, it was probably a bad idea in the first place to have tapped it. In most people's situations. There are definitely outliers to that, but yeah, when it comes to pitch, it's really hard. Because you never know when you're going to get it back. Settle 21, but pitch always 22? Yeah. I think pitch for a lot of them, 22 is like a valid thing to go for. Mostly because the alternative, the 22 version of it, is not that much worse. There are some items that are very good, that you can settle at like different stars. Like I think ET is a good example. Like an ET, I think at 19 is already like strictly better than a lot of the other rings you can get. And at 21, it is already best in slot. So in most people's scenarios, going for 22 ET is not necessary. Like, you can tap it. Again, it's just one tap to finish the item sort of thing. Am I supposed to just use a basic attack? What's my basic attack key? Do I even have a basic attack key? Or am I supposed to interact? It's been so long. What am I supposed to do here? Wait. Where's that guy just stuck? I'm confused. Do I have to use this basic attack? Oh, I have to use this. Ah, I can use my... I think I can use this. Seemed to do something before. Let's find out. Yeah, okay. Came to 22 after 49 booms. That is rough. The arcanes are pretty painful. They're just expensive. And then sometimes, like, I actually had a friend, not as bad as yours, Leonardo, in like the boom department, but I think he went into an event with like 9 spares, like 9 physical spares, and then none of them went to 22. So he had to go buy them with his boss droplets, and I think he ran out of the boss droplets as well. So. And then it was his, I think it was his last arcane piece that he needed to do as well. So after having 9 spares and also running out of boss droplets, you can imagine how many, like, how hard it'd be to like try to get that back, right? It's just painful. There's nothing you can do about it. Spent 1T, 260 booms. I'm curious to see my total spendings versus my booms as well. That's looking about similar to what mine is. I'm at 1.8 with 519. You're kind of on the same pace as me. You gotta catch up, mate. You got another 250 booms to go to catch up. Don't worry, you'll get there. What's my average then? I'm actually curious. See, I'm like almost at 2T. Let's just round it to like 2T, right? 2T divided by 500. Let's say like 500. Is that 4 bill per boom? On average? I will say though, like after you Star Force enough, you do get random good streaks. Like, it's not gonna be like super amazing as some people are kind of expecting it to like even out. But I do firmly believe that eventually you do get something good out of it. Do I have to auto attack us? Or like, what am I doing here? What's going on? Is this done? Huh? I can't tell. What am I supposed to do? It looks like it's done. It's probably just done, and I'm just dumb. Okay, I'm just dumb. Wait, is that done? I can't tell. Is 5, 10, 15 worth taking to item to 21 star? Yeah, 5, 10, 15 is actually my preferred event. I think 5, 10, 15 is just nice. It cuts down your variance a little bit, because technically you get 1 star for free. So rather than having to streak 5 stars, or like have a net positive of 5 stars, you only need a net positive of 4 to hit 20. So 5, 10, 15 is actually like really nice, if you think of it like that. Whereas like the 30%, I think for a lot of people, 30% on average is about the same cost as 5, 10, 15, but the variance is much higher. Because you can just get bad luck across the entirety of the 30%, even though it is cheaper. I'm a big enthusiast of 30%. I don't think that it is as scary as people make it out to be. You have to go into a 30% with a lot of money and be ready for fireworks. You can't go into a 30% and then expect to make gains without having a lot of spares and a lot of money. I know a lot of people really hate 30% because, you know, you get stuck in the 15 to 16 jail, but the power of it is just simply you're just Star Forcing off event for cheaper. That's all it is. A lot of people stand by like off event is best event. But that's literally what you're doing on a 30% off, but you get to do it more. I don't understand why people are so scared of 30% with so many people already off event. Anybody who loves to tap off event should love 30%. That's literally what I think. It's exactly the same thing but cheaper. 30% off is not a real event. You're just... Next one just gives you money. Alright, finally done. Did we get our 6th job yet, or are there still more cutscenes? It took me 30 minutes all up to finish my 6th job. Alright. Let's hand it to the last part of the dialogue, hopefully. Longer to hold Y than fill the stones. Yeah, literally the same. It took me like maybe 10 minutes to fill up all my stones. And then the rest of the half an hour is this. Alright. 6th job unlocked. Let's go. Okay. Now I can have a look at the thing again. So I need to get 1 level in this, and 1 level in this, and 1 level here. So how much is that total? It's 175 fragments. I think that'd be ideal. Let's see, let me have a look at this real quick. Okay, it's just an origin thing, and it looks like a summon. Okay, it's a summon. I kind of want to unlock this first. How many things do I have here? Let's see. I need to get 3 Soul Erda and then 50 fragments. Where am I gonna get Soul Erda from? I think I get 2 from the event. I know I get some from Ride or Die. Okay, how much do I have here? 10, 25, 35, 50. Okay. So that's enough from this event to at least unlock it in terms of fragments. I need 3 Soul Erda. I know I have 2 here. Where else can I get Soul Erda from? Are there any cheap places I can get Soul Erda? Or do I have to farm it? I can get 600 from doing the 3000 if I do the 3000 now. Because I've used a fair amount of them. Ooh, I can buy these as well. Yeah, so I'm actually just really hella gated on my the Soul Erda stuff. High Mountain gives 1. Do I really want to go out of my way to do High Mountain though? Because if I do High Mountain, that gives me 40 fragments. So I can get 40. I have like 60 in my storage, including these ones. So that gives me 100. I just need another 75. And I can actually buy, how many of these? They're 30 each. I can buy 5 of these. That's another 50. So 50, with the 50 I currently have, puts me at 100. High Mountain gives me 140. And then I can do my daily, which gives me another 12. That's 150 or so. Plus this, which is another 10, so 160. So if I farm 15 fragments, I can unlock everything. Assuming I have enough Soul Erda, but that's just actually impossible. There's so much Soul Erda that I don't have. I don't know if I'll be able to do Will then. I feel like it's a little bit ambitious to try to do Will without at least a few of them unlocked. Let me have a quick look at something as well. I need to find out what my burst rotation is. I never looked into it. Let me have a quick look here. That would be there instead, I guess. Guess I can do my 3000 mobs now. Feels kind of bad, but I should probably do it. Yeah, the Erda request gives me 600. Alright. Let's do that first, because I can actually unlock my Missiles Mastery, which is probably the... Yeah, that's why I want to do Polar. I want to get my Missiles Mastery. I'm not really expecting to get too much out of it, though. I do 3000 mobs here. It's gonna take a while. Let's have a look at this origin, actually. I have actually so many of these as well. I'm just gonna use these because why not? I'm never gonna get around to using all this. Should I use the boosters as well? Yeah, sure. Why not? Holy. So the map just keeps exploding like this? For 30 seconds? Okay. Alright. I think I think mechanics orange is a little bit excessive, don't you think? Yeah, that's a little bit overkill. Follows you through the maps as well? That is nuts. My main issue is that it's been like 2 minutes and I've done 300 mobs. This is gonna take me 20 minutes to get 3,000 mobs. Oh, nah. But I really want these missiles. I'm mostly doing this for the Soul Erda, right? I wish I had some. I wish I didn't claim it on some of my other characters. I think I might have claimed them on like my Demon Avenger or perhaps like my Wild Hunter or something. I should go check around. And the saddest part is I don't think I've picked up a single... I have not picked up any Soul Erda energy this entire time. Oh man, there's no way I farmed 200. Oh, 400. I need 400 total. I think it actually might be faster for me just to do High Mountain than to do these 3,000 mobs and then hope for another 400 energy. I don't think High Mountain is going to take me as long as this. Oh, well, I think High Mountain will still probably take me about 40 minutes, but it definitely won't take me longer than farming the 400, I think. How much Soul Erda do you get from doing bosses, guys? Do you guys know? Like, if I did, for example, do, I don't know, like, Gloom or something like that. How much do you get from clearing a boss? Do you get a lot? 200 to 600. Yo, I got my 10. We're on the up. We have 10. $200 to 600. Because I do have these candles, I don't really know what to put them on. I could just put this on Soul Erda Obtained. It's kind of troll, but it's definitely an option. Alright. I'll think about it if I happen to see a Sea Gloom party. Right, that one's a tradable, yeah, but I don't know if I think I've already claimed those ones, that's the problem. Click the pop out. It's like this thing over here, right? I have 10. I have 10. 10 Soul Erda. Yeah, this is not happening. It's not happening. Oh, I got a fragment. I got a fragment before I got more than 10 Soul Erda. That is so tragic, guys. I mean, my drop rate's probably not helping, right? What's my drop rate? Oh, 130. That's not too bad. For the daily check-in, I think I used a few of them for my Demon Avenger. Yeah, I've claimed the 2 of them already. So I only have this one left. I only have 2. That's why I need the 3rd one. I think the 3rd one will let me unlock my first mastery. Does Iron Burn with Calm Soul Erda? I don't think it does. I think it just gives you like 100 fragments. I get the feeling that I already claimed Ride or Die Soul Erda on my Demon Avenger. That's my guess. Feels like something I would do because I probably wouldn't have thought to have pushed my mechanic like I have right now. Like, why would I have thought about this? Like, the mechanic wasn't even, like, on my mind until about a week ago. I got another fragment. I don't want these fragments right now. I need the other thing. No. Suffering from success right now. Please, give me Soul Erda. Don't make me do High Mountain. I don't want to do High Mountain on this character. It seems really painful. I drop familiar? Oh yeah, that's right, I do have one, don't I? Just a normal drop. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, the beginning for a 6-job character, the soul earner is like really slow. Hello Shanks, welcome. I have literally seen just 10 soul earner, please. Just give me like 4 of the big ones. So I can call it a day. Got a second dom today? Ooh, congrats. Soul Erda was so common when I farmed on my battle mage. Where is it now? It's hiding. Yeah, it's pretty rough at the beginning. Because you don't have very many ways of getting it. But as you improve your skills, then it starts to be a little bit easier. 10-minute Legion coupon. That's so down bad, but I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. Feels bad, but I need to give myself better chances in this. This is a little sad. Can you show the origin? Sure. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna grab some more water. Alright, I'm back. Another fragment. Not another fragment. Wrong thing. It's like a summon? Yeah, pretty much. That orb is so troll. It looks like it's like the same shape as the Soul Eater. Hello JH. Hey JH, you wouldn't happen to have any C10 bosses left over, would you? I'm in dire need of Soul Eater, just Soul Eater. Not the fragments, the other thing. Actually? Yo, there's a chance, guys. I mean, if you are willing to take me after work, no. The possibility was there, but the timing wasn't right. How do I have 3 fragments but only 20 Soul Eater? What's going on? Oh, correction, 30. I see Tenny trains. I'll suss it out later. Well, I'm not too fussed about it. I just really want this Soul Eater. It's kind of down bad that I'm trying to join bosses for Soul Eater. Everyone's just doing MPE. Sorry, 40. We're like 10% of the way there, guys. Took me 2,000 mobs, but we're 10% of the way there. Oh, here it comes. It's starting to drop now, guys. But yeah, nah, I don't think I'll be able to farm it. Unless I get a bunch of the big ones. It's not doable. I will take the fragments on this character though. I won't pass that up. I just want the upgrades for these missiles. Yeah, Hex says 773. Holy. It's better than your main. It's better than my main. Your bishop's so lucky. Reset got 810-2. Ooh, that's pretty good. At least that sounds pretty good. 8 on the main stat with 10. Kinda nice. We have our first ever 3,000 mobs done soon. Oh, I got a symbol. I'm getting all the drops except the thing I'm looking for. 810. What's 810-2 mean? It just talking about the. Oh my god, my special node also ran out. Ah, man, everything's going down. They're talking about the hexa stat here. Like you can these level up. The top, I think the top stat, like the main stat line, it gets increasingly difficult to hit the higher numbers. So they hit 8 on their top line, which is pretty hard to do because it's kind of like star forcing. As you upgrade this, it gets harder and harder to upgrade the top line. It's just like RNG, right? Not only did they hit at 8, which is really high, all the remaining points happen to stack onto one of the second lines. So one of the second lines is 10, which is pretty insane. Because usually it's more spread out. Like it's very common for people to have relatively low top lines, maybe like anywhere between 3 and 6, I feel like is pretty common. And then just like random numbers on the next two. You really want to have like 10s for your secondary lines, if you can, like, because your top line is probably not going to be 10. But if your secondary line is 10, then it's like not bad. But not only did they hit a 10 on the secondary line, they hit 8, which is really high for the top line. But yeah, you don't have to worry about that. It's just some later stuff. 3k mobs is tedious on mules? Yup, it is. Alright, I got 12 fragments and not enough soul Erda. Where am I gonna get 330 soul Erda from? 824? Holy, that's pretty good. Alright, surely there's somebody. It's just people doing CPQ. No. Why did I do all my bosses this week already? I got too excited. Can I solo Gloom? I don't know if I can solo Gloom. Should I try? How much does this give? 4% versus 3%. I guess this one makes more sense. I'm just gonna add points in random stuff. I need damage. Alright. Let's try Gloom. I think Gloom will be easier than Will. Probably. I don't even have red pots. Oh, I do have red pots over here. Oh my god, my inventory is a freaking mess. Do I have a Wild Hunter pot? I do. It's because I have all these like random things. Yeah, like these storm pots. Can I use this? That's the symbols as well. Probably doesn't help. VIP Pinot home? I don't want to do Pinot. I don't have a home buff. It's going to be like 10 boss damage or something. Am I really going to do it for 10 boss damage? I guess I might as well, right? So these... Guild Blessing is somewhere. Oh, there it is. I can get Ursus VIP. Okay. I have guild skills. What am I missing again? VIP. It's not VIP. It's this one. Any apples? I didn't get any, I haven't really opening the Christmas ones. I had some apples on my main. It's so sad that you can't transfer them, you just open them. But I do have these snowmen. I've been using this actually, which is kind of funny. It's just 15 minutes, but it's like 30 attack. It's like decent. I do have superpowers as well, but yeah. Oh, maybe I can find like somebody to fame. Alright, I guess we're trying. And if we're trying, I might as well buy Legion Luck. Do I have a wealth? Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, let's just try Gloom. So, how do I visit home again? Go home. Yeah, I'll go get Zakama, fame buff after. Oh. There we go. Received buff. Boss attack. Yeah. 20 minutes of 10% boss damage. Hello, Hopius. There's a recruit. Yeah, but I'm looking to solo. So neglected. Always has been. I only buffed it for... I legit only buffed it for my Black Mage run, and then I ignored it after. Alright, Gloom surely should be easier, right? Surely. Oh, I don't have Echo. I never unlocked Echo. How do I unlock Echo? Guys, I don't think I have Echo. All good. It's alright guys, I don't need it. Look, I don't even know, I might be just popping buffs and then achieving nothing with this. So, let's find out. I don't know where my hitbox is, guys. Easy 20-minute run? You're very hopeful. I hope you're right. I think I have to use my origin immediately because it's a summon origin, right? Yeah, it's a summon origin. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long run. It's also because this class is also very slow on the damage. It's a very DPS heavy class. It's like the burst is not very impressive. So hopefully my damage catches up. This is not too bad. I don't know about a 20-minute run. Might be closer to like 30. I mean 7% with origin is not too bad. At least my burst is condensed. I just need to... Yeah, this boss is not great for mechanic. For sure. What's my combat power? It's like 36 mil. No, it's just because mechanics burst is like not very good. But the DPS is like pretty reasonable. Like, this DPS is actually better than my Wild Hunter, I feel. I mean, this is probably winnable, but it'll be long. This will be a long fight. Yeah, Hexa missiles would be huge. I'm doing this because I'm trying to get the Soul Erda for Hexa missiles. That's the problem. How do I have Hexa missiles when I don't have Soul Erda for it? Did I buy a foot pedal? I did in fact buy a foot pedal. Getting there slowly. I mean, it's been 5 minutes and I've done like 10%. Like it's looking a little rough, guys. It's not great. It's not doable. It's not doable. No, it is not doable. I just don't do enough damage fast enough. I think if it was... You know what? I reckon I have a better chance of actually doing Will than I am doing Seagloom. My class just cannot deal with it. You guys, should I try? Like, I actually think that I have a better chance of clearing Hard Will than I am to clear this boss. I mean, I have nothing to lose trying. Go. I have Hero's Echo now. I just need to wait for my burst to come back up. I mean, half of my buffs are missing, but it would be nice to see how much I can do. Gonna wait a little bit for the rest of the things to come back. I might as well just rebuff the cheap 30s. Should be okay, right? I actually have Hero's Echo now. New Snowman. Yeah, this is actually a lot higher than what my Wild Hunter was. So I think I should be able to do it, but then I'm not taking into consideration 6th job. If I had missiles, I would be a lot more confident, but I do not have that as an option. Now I have no idea how I'm gonna split my damage here, so this is gonna be me just winging it. Now, I'm just gonna take a guess on how I'm gonna split the damage here. Pretty reasonable amount of damage. So, actually, what I want to do... I need to establish this one here. The damage is just not quite there, though. Even with I do everything, it's not there, I think. Because ideally you would like to be able to do a 2-2-2 split. I don't even have the damage to do 2 for the first one. It's going to be like a 3-2 split at best, and yeah, I don't think it's doable. That was my origin burst too. I'm missing too much damage right now. The Hexa difference is too much. Yeah, I definitely need the Hexa missiles before I can properly attempt it. But how am I gonna do that? Am I really gonna do High Mountain? Oh man, running a party. I mean, if I see one, sure. I'm not gonna host one myself though. I don't want to sit around and wait. I think it's a High Mountain angle. So sad. I really didn't want to do High Mountain on this character. Am I in a party? Wait, what am I missing? Why can't I do High Mountain? Probably... What am I missing? Am I missing something? Oh, Burning Sodium. Yeah, maybe. How much Sacred Force do I need for High Mountain? Do you guys remember? Because it wasn't like, it was like 50 or something, right? Don't have enough Sacred Force for this area. Might be a bit annoying. We love these cutscenes. I think they're changing it, like, somewhat soon, right? They're changing it so then you can actually skip even this. Six months? Oh god. It's a long time. Let's see if we can find some pub parties as well. While I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. All right, now I should be able to do High Mountain, right? Skip. No. No. I cannot pay to skip. I can't pay to skip. This is the first time the mechanic's here. You know what? At least it's a bit better than what my DA had to do. This character actually sort of has damage. But the thing is, I still actually need to do High Mountain anyway, so this is not too big of a deal. I don't usually run High Mountain on my main anymore, because I'm just lazy. Exo booster from the CS? No. I don't want to spend money. Not for the booster at least. I will forget it. Because I know that the thing is like kind of brutal, no? Like if you forget a day, you don't get the final reward or something. Something like that. Lose a lot. Yeah, it's kind of rough. It's not too bad though. At least the mechanic is reasonably strong. This reminds me of like when my Xenon was was doing this. It's not too bad. It might take a while for the first one, but it only gets easier. What day is it today? Is it Monday? It is Monday. I have not done Ride or Die either. I'm so lazy. There's so many things at this event, but I need to do Ride or Die. I need those soul orders. I didn't do it last week. That's the problem. If I had done Ride or Die last week, I wouldn't have worried about anything. But no. Actually, in all fairness, though, I was pretty sick, so maybe it's fine. I didn't do very much stuff Maple related last week. Skill issue? Yeah, unfortunately my immune system is not as good as yours, JH. Yeah, there's just too many dinners and stuff too that went to. Say no to the bacterias. Oh, he left. Oh. The boss just left. Oh god, my origin is going on still. Okay, this origin is like pretty sick. I won't lie. I think this is like one of the first times that I actually have a mule in High Mountain where it can pretty reasonably clear the bosses in one burst. Usually it's a lot more difficult. Like for my DA, it was very painful. I don't remember my Wild Hunter having a good time either. Maybe it was okay on Xenon, maybe? I don't remember how overfunded my Xenon was though. This character is incredibly overfunded compared to some of the other characters I've played. Like, this character was basically born with 21 star gear. Get into pugs. 251 with 13 mil. You can get into them for... The problem is, like, can you blue dot? It's like, it's probably not worthwhile if you can't blue dot, right? I want to say for Lu Will, you'll probably be okay. For C10, it might be a bit sus. Because you lose a lot of damage on the levels. And not having 6 job means that, like, if all of them have origin, you'll probably end up being red. Do you ever feel overwhelmed? Yeah, all the time actually. That's why I don't pay attention to patch notes as much as people would expect me. Like, I am like a Maple streamer, but I'm a very lost Maple streamer compared to others, I'd say. I don't follow the patch notes as closely as I think people might expect me to. I also do not really like care to min-max events because I think it's just too many things to do. Actually, a big reason why I quit Chronos was because of 6 job. That was actually a big component of it. For one thing, I didn't really like my Corsair at the time, because I kind of missed my jet. And Corsair just wasn't the same. And then they introduced 6 job, and I was just like, I am not ready to grind more, because I was already 280 at the time, before they released 6 job, right? So I was just like, I do not want to grind even more for 6 job. And I was already also a little bit demoralized because I felt like my character was getting kind of trolled by the fact that I didn't have a raw 4. Because I could have been one of the strongest Corsairs in that, like, they had a Punch King event where you kind of just do a culvert, and then you get stuff based off of, like, how well you do against other people in your class. Like, if I had a raw 4, I probably could have got either first or second. But because I only had a raw 3, I couldn't even break third. I lost third on the final day because I didn't realize that the guy reran. I lost by like half a second. It was something really small. But that was entirely because I spent the entire event doing Tower of Oz. And I did not get a raw 4. But yeah, getting overwhelmed is pretty normal. It's just a lot of stuff to do. And it's just easier to do nothing. It also just really depends. That's why I'm playing like so many of these random classes. Like my mech, I made a long time ago, and now I'm playing my mech. I almost don't play my main at the moment. I don't even do my dailies on my main. I'll do my weeklies because, you know, the money's pretty good. The money goes into like making your character stronger, which is fun. But yeah, I just kind of do whatever I feel like is enjoyable at the moment. And right now, I'm just having a good time playing this mech. It's kind of fun making it prog through bosses. Also, it helps that this character got pretty lucky. I have 2 sets Hyperion already before even buying my first one, which is really nice. I got an arcane armor on my first week and an arcane weapon on the second week. So I'm so happy I don't have to buy a weapon. Oh my god, I've bought so many weapons since the start of Hyperion. I'm okay not buying more weapons. Feel broken after farming for 3 boss sams. Yeah, it doesn't help if like the things that you're going for are like very RNG gated or just straight up time gated. Like things like pitch boss, it's rough as well because a lot of people, if you don't see the drop on that week, there's like, why did I log in sort of feeling, right? It's fine to take a break. For me, my break involves, I do like the game, so my break tends to be like playing other characters, so then you're not so like hung up on the gains that you're like fishing for. If you're looking for boss fams and you get burnt out for it, for example, then you play a new mule and you're like, oh, I don't have to worry about the boss fams at all. I'm just doing like other things now. But I know like it's some people that mindset's not there, especially if they don't care for like second characters. It's a whole thing, right? All right, guys, you guys reckon that my frame rate will go to 0 when the things spawn? Or will I survive the 0 frame rate? You didn't kill the heart? I can't kill the heart. I don't think this character can kill the heart unless I full burst it. But then if I full burst it, then... Oh, actually, maybe it was fine to full burst this one. I want on level 4. I thought I was on 5. Okay, winnable, winnable. It won't lag as much, yeah. But sometimes I lag anyway. That's the problem. It feels like a troll job has lost its magic. Yeah, definitely. I think even for me, as somebody who's like kind of streaming full time, I still don't really feel like this is a chore, because I always find like new things that makes me interested in the game. I do find it a little bit funny that like for somebody like me who's kind of playing MapleStory as a job, I don't feel like it's a chore. Because at the end of the day, I'm always like finding new things that like it's either interesting for me to share, or perhaps like just, I don't know, it's just kind of fun. Just find my own things to do. when you have a community to play with or a group of friends to play with, it is a lot better too. That does help a lot. But yeah, we all kind of play this game for different reasons, for sure. For me, it's definitely a case of I like having like goals that I am able to achieve and then share with people. Playing it for the Star Force camper. You, my friend, are built different from me. Did I miss it? No, I got it. You see your item at 21, 22, you get a high. I need to get about a game. I feel overwhelmed thinking about it. Yeah. It's just the sheer amount of dailies. Well, maybe not necessarily the dailies, but the amount of things that you feel like you have to do. This game has a grip on a lot of people because of that. It's not necessarily because you have to do them, but it makes you feel like you have to do it. If it makes you feel any better, I don't even, like, do my dailies on my main. Like, I can't be bothered. I am just playing my mechanic. And half the time, I can't be bothered doing the things on my mechanic either. I think the main thing that I try to do is just Monster Park. Well, not anymore. Oh, thank God. I don't have to do Monster Park anymore. That feels so good. Because I just hit 260. I tend to stop doing Monster Park once I hit 260. But right now, I just want to try to get my characters stronger so they can clear C10E. And to do that, I have, you know, some pretty easy things to do. I can do some bosses, which are always fun. I can train to try to get more fragments, which is nice. I do want to get these characters a little bit stronger, so then the training is a little bit more consistent, but yeah. Feel like you don't know enough, not good enough in the game, don't know where you're lacking, don't know how to fix it. When it comes to MapleStory, the easiest way to learn how to play the game is to kind of go make the mistakes to yourself. Because there's not, unlike a lot of games actually, you can't really like brick your account in MapleStory. There's very little that you can do to genuinely brick your account. You can do a lot of inefficiencies, but I think that's fine. As long as you're like kind of overall happy with your progress, it shouldn't really matter too much. I made a lot of mistakes while learning how to play this game. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing half the time. Especially for like the endgame stuff. I constantly find myself asking like JH or some of my mods just like random questions being like, hey, what do you think of this? And some of them have been playing for less than I have. And if anything, I help them play or learn how to play the game at some point. I know some of my friends that I ask questions nowadays, like I've been playing longer than they have and I still don't know things. I think as long as you're like not afraid to kind of make these mistakes and not afraid to just ask around, be willing to ask around, it's not too bad. But it's like you said, you don't know what you don't know though. It's hard. This game is like, there's just so many things in it that is just not well explained. You ever miss Old Maple? I miss the feeling of playing it, but I don't miss the gameplay, if that makes sense. I don't think I would enjoy playing like old school MapleStory, for example, but I do kind of miss the feelings, like I guess the emotions of playing the game. It was very different, right? And like the feeling of playing a new game with a bunch of people that are kind of going through the same thing as you are, where you're just all here for a good time. It's different. I feel like when you play a new game for the first time, it feels like that. I know I had the same feeling when it came to old school RuneScape when I picked it back up during I think it was like 2021. I came back to old school RuneScape. And it was just like all those emotions kind of flood back where you just listen to the music, you just play the core gameplay. It's great. I'm not gonna break the thing in the middle. I don't know if I can. I can try. Uh-oh. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I'd get this far. You know what? That's not bad though. It didn't take too much for me to break the egg in the middle. I should break it more often. That's just me lagging. My battle mage is the same. Like I will just lag in these maps. There's not really much I can do. I think there probably is a summon somewhere. There's this little thing here. That's probably didn't help. But yeah. On my battle mage, I don't have any summons and it still lags. Also, my guild skills ran out. Oh man, I was wondering why I was so weak. Old school pacing is too slow. Yeah, it's a bit slow, isn't it? I've watched a few people play. What's the old school thing on Maple World called? I forgot what it's called already. Yeah, whichever one it is. I was watching some people play that, and I remember thinking to myself like, I could never play that. Like, in all honesty, I don't think I'd be able to play it. It's too slow. Yeah, R-Tail, that's the one. Now, I watched some people grind on that, and I was just thinking to myself, yeah, I would never be able to do that. Did I get it all? I did. I guess it doesn't help that I think for the old version of Maple, it didn't have as many like I suppose goals I cared about. Because I think a lot of the charm feels like it comes from the leveling of it, right? And the old school style of training. Whereas if you compare it to things like RuneScape, you do have to do like a good amount of grinding, but then you have things that you're kind of aiming for. Like after you hit a certain level of like a few skills, then you can do some quests to get some rewards, and then you have something to aim for. I feel like for old school RuneScape, it didn't really feel like you were aiming for anything. At least maybe it's just because like I never got to that content before. But even when I look at the content that you're kind of aiming for, like for bossing, for example, it just seems like a lot of people are just holding attack for a long time. It's just not that interesting to me. And whenever I think of the charm for old school Maple, when I was playing when I was a kid, it was always because I never got far enough to experience, like, for example, second job. Like, that was the charm for me. My goal was second job or third job. But once you hit that, it's just like, I don't really care anymore. Yeah, levels were the goal, exactly. So that's why I don't think I'd go back to old school Maple. Like, if I don't really care for playing a game for the pure sake of leveling. Like, I want to use the levels to do something with them. This map is not too bad. Number 8 is going to be awful, right? Oh, come on. The things we do for our 6th job. Painful high mountain. It's not too bad at the moment though. Just because, thankfully I funded it a reasonable amount, but yeah, high mountain's still not the greatest thing to do on a mule. The things that we do for damage. Oh, 43 to 46? That's pretty good. What did you do? Upgrade, Christian. I just saw it now. Man. I would like to get this mechanic to around that kind of combat power as well. I'm not that far off, I think, too. I just need superior... I just need the superior set, I think. Superior set and maybe, like, one more ring. I think if I get like a sea slime ring would be nice, but... finding a sea slime party that's willing to trade ring might be a little bit difficult, I think. And I'm also really lazy. I don't really want to go out of my way to search for that right now. But yeah, not too far off of it. No, can I break it? No, I'm too weak. The H will pop up. I could join that. But I don't actually really care too much about joining the parties per se. I just kind of want the Salt Erda. Isn't it crazy that the thing that I want the most is actually the Salt Erda? I don't really care about like any of the other drops. Like, yeah, I could go for like a Twilight Mark. Actually, I think this character actually has a Twilight Mark. I think JH got me a Twilight Mark last week. I actually just want the Salt Erda right now. So then I could go solo it. I lucked out on the Arcane drops, so I don't actually have to go out of my way to clear these bosses anymore, but I would like to try to solo them. Too scared to summon any of my things. So what if I like? Oh, I pressed it. I didn't mean to do that. You know what? It is what it is. I was meant to press the button next to it. I love High Mountain. How many of you guys just gave up on High Mountain on your Hyperburns? Or how many of you guys actually stuck with it? I just remembered Melvin last week. I was like, I should probably do High Mountain on my main. And then Melvin thought it'd be a funny idea to just give me 10k NX to claim it on my Demon Avenger. So that was kind of troll. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Only a little bit disappointed. Clear it once today and pay for future weeks? Yup. Not the craziest idea, for sure. It's just so much value early on for High Mountain, that's the thing, right? Pay for Internet Cafe for a better PC to clear. To just do this like 3 meals for you? Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty expensive depending on where you live, for sure. Now, if anything, I'm a little bit more surprised that you have internet cafes around. I feel like that's like a dying thing, no? Man, I have actually so many fond memories of internet cafes when I was younger. But all the internet cafes that I went to, I think, are like pretty much gone. Like, they don't exist anymore. Everyone's kind of moved on from internet cafes. Yeah, actually, there was a tradition that my high school friends and I had, where sometimes if we finished school early, we would just go to an internet cafe. And I'm talking like in like 2010. That's when I was in like high school, and we used to just, yeah, if we finished school early for whatever reason, we finished at like noon, we'd just all go to the internet cafe and just play whatever games together. Oh, I remember playing so much like Left 4 Dead 2, Counter-Strike, what else, Call of Duty. Good times. Oh yeah, so much Warcraft, Starcraft, what else? I know a lot of my friends played Age of Empires. Like, it's completely different when you have like a group of like 20 people playing games together. It's such a different vibe. I think for me, personally, peak internet cafe moments was playing Counter-Strike with like 30 people, because you can host it with as many people as you like. There was like 30 people in a lobby of either Counter-Strike or Call of Duty. When you play Call of Duty, it's already like kind of like everyone's just doing whatever in that game. It's so fast-paced. And you have 30 people running around on a tiny map together is nuts. How do we have 3 hyper burnings? Ah, you see, the trick was I did this manually. I trained this mechanic over the last 6 months. The trash talking in internet cafes, not only that, like, it's completely different when you're trash talking somebody who's within punching distance of you. You have to like balance the fine line of tilting the enemy without tilting them too much that they come around to your table. You know what I mean? Obviously we're all friends and stuff, but you know, you don't want to make somebody mad. It's like a fine line of like trash talking. It's a whole different vibe. Do they have coffee in these cafes? Not really. It's usually just like, I just remember them serving like mostly soft drinks and stuff like that, or like soda, I suppose. Yeah, good times. I do miss it a lot. I don't know if I would go back, but for the time when a lot of us did not have very good PCs or did not have access to these games, 'cause, you know, we're like all in school and stuff. It's nice. I think for us it was like you pay a couple of bucks for like an hour at the computer, and you didn't have to worry about anything. Everything was like connected in LAN. Everything sorted itself out. So many different games that you could play. It was perfect. I didn't mean to press my origin. Well, we've already committed to it. I don't think the game will like my origin plus this. Why not use guild skills? I actually did some bosses before, or I tried to do some bosses before this, so I'm pretty sure my guild skills are actually still on cooldown. Alright, please don't crash. Hold on, you can do it. Hold on, don't crash. Oh, I heard a sound. Don't crash. No, there's no way we're crashing. We're surviving. No, it's not crashing. We're surviving. I just gotta have a little bit of faith, you know. Yeah, my guild skills aren't cooldown for another 15 minutes. The Hyperion bug? No, it's a bad PC bug. It's when your computer just cannot handle anything. Will I even kill the egg at that point? Well, I lag whenever like all the yellow guys spawn, like in general. The egg just gives me a bunch of percentage. And then spawns it immediately, so it's like kinda whatever. I just got sent to the moon. You know, this would be a lot easier if I had the Sacred Force for it. It is 50 Sacred Force. I'm gonna die. Oh, I had door from my bossing thing. Is that it? Okay, there we go. Maybe next week when I rerun this, I'll have more Sacred Force. Because right now this is it's very tanky. Your feet feel tired? Not really. It's better than holding it down with my finger. Because this entire time, how long have I been in here? Maybe like probably around 20 to 25 minutes already. It'd be pretty tiring. 35 minutes already? Yeah, imagine I was holding this key down with my finger. My feet? I'm using a foot pedal. That's what they mean. Yeah, people would be confused why my feet are tired. That is a valid question, like what do you mean? But yeah, I am using a foot pedal for my mechanic because there is a button that I'm basically holding down like 99% of the time. And yeah, a foot pedal helps a lot. Almost there. Invest on a brick for your foot pedal. No, but the thing is, you can't just like hold down the button though. For mechanic, you have to every once in a while press it again, if that makes sense. There's a lot of stuff that like cancels you pressing your missiles button, so you have to press it again. So actually having the foot pedal is probably as optimal as you're gonna get it. I don't think it'll be any better than it is like at the moment for me. God, look at the Sacred Force, it's so sad. It's actually not like... This run hasn't been too long though. Surprisingly not bad. Like, isn't this pretty good? Like, this character is actually pretty strong for a fresh 260, that's for sure. Already 25% in like one burst. Like, I'm not relying on the little the test segments for this character, which is really nice. How much damage am I losing without having the second force? That's what I want to know. I'm only losing 20%. That's not too bad. What's 20% of 30? Like 6%? Oh, pardon me. Where's the last one? How much losing to levels would be a funnier number? I don't want to think about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, I hope that doesn't hit me when I come out my iframe. Yep, all good. I think I'm in here for like another 2 minutes and we're done. Yeah, Mecha is a 3-minute class. A 3-minute class on its main burst, but like the burst lasts a really long time. Like a lot of the summons last for about a minute. Which is kind of good and bad, like for bosses that require you to DPM, it's pretty decent. But the problem are, like, a lot of bosses require you to, like, burst. I'm thinking things like, for Lucid. I feel like Lucid, this class is going to have troubles. Considering how, like, you don't have that much time to dump out all your damage. At least the Origin lasts 30 seconds. Some of the other stuff does, like, last like a minute. You just don't have that amount of time. Your first hex upgrade, Janus? Nah, I'm gonna go for missiles. It's a big chunk of my damage, and I kind of want to try to get my bosses to be a bit faster on this character. I'm trying to aim to clear Hardwill and Sea Gloom as soon as possible. That's my main goal right now. I don't know if I'll be training this character too much, so I don't want to invest in Janus yet. But I'll get there once I'll probably get it once I decide to train this character. I'm gonna unlock like the main masteries first. got 50 frags on the snake event. I have yet to get more than like 15 in one day. Look at that. One soul Erda. Ooh, only 11%. Pretty good. Alright, that's my first soul Erda. And then I get another 2 from this thing. Oh, it's glorious. Now, I can unlock this one. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this is the right one. Homing beacon, right? Not the other one. Homing. I need the mech mains to come out and tell me. It's gotta be beacon 1, surely. Homing beacon. Do you alternate between rockets and missiles? No, the missiles are just up down the whole time. Bacon? Alright. Beacon 40. There we go. Very nice. It's wonderful. I'll see what it looks like now. Also need to turn off my soul effect. How do I do that? I need to have soul weapons somewhere, right? I want to see what it looks like. Oh, you know what? The sound is a lot less annoying. It's a lot less like beepy, which is nice. the biggest win for the chat. Now you guys don't have to listen to like a pretty obnoxious beep. Now it's just like, yeah, it's a little bit easier. You know what? This is a quality of life upgrade I didn't know I needed until just now. Also, the range feels like it's bigger. It's like chiseling metal. I mean, it's better than what it was before, that's for sure. Oh wow, nice, not bad. Never touched MapleStory in my life. What character would you recommend? You know, actually, as of right now, you can probably get away with literally any character in the game right now, just because of like the events that are going on. Do you have any preference to any particular style of gameplay? Do you want to like be right on top of the boss the whole time, or do you like to have high mobility? Do you like to combo? There's like a lot of like things that I think if you have a general gist of what you're looking for, it might be easier because there's too many classes, like 50 different classes. It is a lot, a lot of classes. Make a character that looks cool from the character selection screen. Honestly, that is a valid way of picking it. I can give you some recommendations of like safe classes to pick. I think Buccaneer is like one of the safest classes to pick. I think if you like chose nothing else, I think Buccaneer is like a solid pick. Learning super jump is hard work. Yeah, but like every class has stuff that they have to learn how to do. I think super jump is like not that big of a deal to learn if you compare it to like a lot of the niche stuff you have to learn about a lot of classes anyway. I think you can't go wrong with a lot of classes though. Demon Slayer is nice, but the problem with Demon Slayer is it takes a lot of nodes. That's one thing that I didn't realize with the class, that it did require quite a lot of nodes. Which is a resource that I think a lot of players just don't have early on. Alright. I need to save up more Soul Erda. Oh, what the? Demon Slayers with their Spanish keyboards? Yup. Okay. Now, my main issue right now is actually probably my mesos. I haven't done a lot of my weeklies, so maybe tomorrow or Wednesday I'll spend a good amount of time working on my mesos. Something not super overused, not terrible. Good for mobbing, good for bossing, good for solo play. See, the problem is a lot of the classes that are not super overused are either like complicated or they're weak. That's the problem. Let me open my Legion board. Let me have a look. If you're not fussed with it, I think you can't go wrong with an Explorer. A lot of the Explorers tend to, like, I think you gotta pick between the three main branches, Explorer, Cygnus, or Resistance. I think that's the safest thing for a new player. I feel like if you pick Zero from the get-go, like if you decide to try to play it, you don't transfer a lot of the stuff across. That's what I'm thinking. I would actually never suggest Zero for a first character, now that I think about it. I think anybody, all of us here right now, the easiest way to make somebody not play MapleStory, can we all agree, is to tell them to first make a Zero. I feel like if we told somebody to make a Zero as their first character, they're not staying with MapleStory. They're just gonna play for like 2 hours and never play MapleStory ever again. I think to some extent, so is Explorers. Complicated, a lot of the classes, the complicated classes, they have high APM. They play completely different from like a lot of classes. I'm thinking like a Blaster. Blaster is like a combo heavy class. Cadena is a combo heavy class. I think Evan to some extent is like that. Yeah. Mercedes is like that too. There's a lot of classes that have like, okay, I guess like a skill rotation you have to kind of follow. It's a little bit more high, like input heavy than other classes. Honestly, if you want to play a class that is like solid across the board and you don't mind a challenge, I don't think that Demon Avenge is that bad. It's a bit of a squishy class, but I think that class is like pretty solid. I know like I'm a little biased because I've been playing it, but I think that class is not bad. Shade is pretty good. Iran's pretty good too. I mean, a lot of classes are pretty solid. I'm just trying to think of ones. If you don't want to play like an overused class, it's kind of tricky because I feel like all the solid classes are overplayed. Phantom best class is a newbie? Are you sure? I mean, Brandon, if you wanted to tell somebody to play a weaker class, and then they'll appreciate everything afterwards, it's, I mean, that's valid. My issue with Phantom was it was kind of weak. Well, I think you can't go wrong with picking any of the Explorers. Like, genuinely, like, any of the Explorers are pretty solid. Any of the Explorers, you can't go wrong with any of them. Phantom is solid or is it trolling? It's a little troll at the moment. I think it's pretty troll to pick Phantom as your first character. You definitely would pick Phantom if you knew what you were doing or you really liked the style of the class. It's very weak at the moment. I would not recommend it. It's one of those cases where it's underplayed for a reason. Don't pick Wild Hunter. Yeah. Let's have a look, actually. I want to put myself into perspective of a brand new player right now. If I was to create a new character. I won't lie, I actually would still probably have picked Battle Mage for Hyperion. I really enjoyed like the aesthetic of it. I really did pick a class that I didn't really know much about. Let's see, like the Cygnus Knights. Can you make a new character to show us? I'm not making a new character to show you guys. You guys are trolls. Explorers. I mean, like, all the explorers are really good. Like, you can go almost blind into the explorer category and be pretty happy with most of the classes that you pick. And you just go by aesthetic. 100%. You go into explorers and you pick by aesthetic. Demon Avenger. Okay. Demon Avenger plays like a lot of... Demon Avenger actually plays like a lot of explorers. It's just very... Yeah, it's very squishy. It's high damage, very unique playstyle, in my opinion. Really strong, but it's also like on the more underplayed side for a strong character. Because of like... It's more demanding on your movement. A lot of classes, when you get hit by things, you can probably tank it and then move on with your game. In the Demon Avenger, there's a lot of times where I just get hit by something and I die. And it is just... That's it. There's no questions asked, you just die. There is a video on my channel more recently where I show myself bossing on my Demon Avenger, and I think I died like 10 times within the span of 5 minutes. And it was so frustrating, but I just did not know how to play my class. It got better as you go. It gets better when you learn how to play the class and how to move and stuff, but like the early... it's a bit punishing. Solid class though, I like it. I also think this class is really good. Lin, I think this class is really good. If you are willing to play a class that is not a GMS... Oh, sorry, it's not a KMS class. I think that Lin is a really strong character. But you are like at the whims of playing a class that is GMS... Like, not KMS. I think this class is solid. And it's definitely not like... It cannot be overplayed because it's a new class on the newer side. Yeah, I'd say like you can't go wrong with any of the explorers. You can't really go wrong with most of the Cygnus Knights. I would not recommend playing Blaze Wizard. I'm sorry, I cannot recommend that class, even though I play it. It's just not there. But yeah, I think you can't go wrong with most of them. I also would not recommend Wild Hunter. I know I play Wild Hunter as well, but it's because I played these classes that I can say like they're not great. Unless you're willing to really put in the effort. That's KMS and GMS. So GMS is the version that we're currently playing here, Global MapleStory, and KMS is like the Korean version. We take a lot of the updates from the Korean version. So if you're playing a class that is only in, like, is not in the Korean version, the updates tend to be slower. It tends to be balanced poorly in comparison. So basically, you're kind of at the whims of playing a class that doesn't get updated as frequently as some of the others. Which is why I think playing Explorers is always safe, because they are the most popular group to play in the main game, in the Korean server. So they tend to get like buffs more frequently, and just updates and quality of life way more frequently as well. It's just a safe pick. And prone to absolute deletion. Yep, can confirm my class did in fact get deleted because it's a non-KMS class. But it is what it is. Alright. I think though, that might have to be it for me today. Should probably start looking towards making dinner. There's not really much I can do right now that is short. I think anything I would like to do would take a lot of time, so might actually have to call it for my stream. But yeah, before I go though, if you guys wanted to just like hang out with me and kind of find out more about MapleStory, I know there's a lot of new people here. Feel free to join our Discord and ask around there. Everyone's very nice, and yeah, just be wary of JH when he tells you to tap your items. Yeah, that's all I can say. But yeah. Other than that, guys, probably maybe stream tomorrow. We'll see how we go. I'll probably definitely stream the day after, but I got a lot of stuff I have to do. Hopefully I can get some more money back from doing my weeklies, which I haven't done anything of And yeah, at least we got our mechanic to 260, which is really nice. It's 36 mil combat power, pretty happy with it. And that'll be all for today. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys whenever the next stream is.